What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, where we're going to discuss about the Bitcoin price and recent pump that we had and that we discussed in the previous video, and we're going to read some news that consider adoption in the crypto space in general. And now let's get started. So bringing those three level of supports that are important for us, we are above them and we are safe because we did broke that $7,400 that we talked about in yesterday's video. This is very important because now we need to establish some kind of a level of support here on the daily chart also, and we will see probably higher highs and higher lows. Actually, we will build on the upside if we manage to establish here some kind of a level of support. One more good news that I want to mention here on the daily chart is the volume is coming back slowly and gradually. This is good, but it needs to continue to build on the upside, so nothing can surprise us if something happens in the crypto space and the sell-off starts to happening. Now, I don't want to complicate too much here, but we are going to get in on the 1 hour chart and I'm going to show you what happened and what should happen in order to so we can see the higher prices here on the Bitcoin chart. Now what we're going to do, we're going to zoom in on the 1 hour chart and I'm going to draw the lines with you so you can see where the price is going and what price should go. So we will not complicate this too much, but we need to do this in order for you to see and watch those levels of resistance and support. Now what we're going to do here is actually we're going to draw some support lines and resistance lines so you can see where price is stopped, where price should go, and where price came in the last 24 to 48 hours. And now we're going to remove first this level of support and we're going to draw one trend line here on the approximately $7,400 more or less. And as we can see here, the price here hits the level of resistance many times, and as we learn here on this channel, as much as the price is testing some kind of a level of support and resistance trend line, that level of resistance or support is becoming weaker and weaker, so we need to see some kind of a breaking out after fourth or fifth try. And as we can see here, we did see that on the Bitcoin chart. So as we can see here, this level of resistance became weaker and weaker every time the price hit here, and after that we broke on the upside and we did some round test, which is good. That means that the price is stable here on this level of support. We need to find and establish new level of support over here, and we need to see price starting to go up, confronting the other bears that are we going to find on the upside. Now let's find those bears and see what could potentially happen if the price starts going on the upside. Now what we're going to do, we did zoom out and as we can see here, the last trend line that we draw here, I just extended it a little bit so you can see a little bit better, and you can see that we established level of support, so we are above this trend line and now we are consolidated there and hoping of finding support there in the next days. And now we're going to say where are the resistances and our targets, what could potentially happen. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take one trend line also and we're going to draw it here and draw some kind of a level of resistance that we had since June. And as we can see over here, this is the perfect trend line here. We do have resistance over here and we are right now testing it. If we zoom in on the 1 hourly chart, we can see that the price is exactly there, consolidating between those trend lines that we draw, which means this trend line is making pretty much good level of resistance since the June that we made that bullish pennant, bullish falling wedge. Now for the all people that are traders or beginners, this is the reason why you shouldn't trade this right now. I didn't trade, actually we did some trades with some guys yesterday over here. We finished the trades over here and now we are waiting trading the breakout here. You don't want to trade at this zone because you don't know where price could go. Could test this level of support if you are long and go down, and you could lose money or being stopped. This is why you need to wait breaking on this level of resistance here, establishing here few hours, maybe a day level of support, and after that you can open trade so you can go. This is just a pure risk management situation here that you have. So not rambling too much about price, now we know where the level of support is and where are the targets. So next target is around approximately $7,700, breaking this level of resistance, this trend line that we had since June. Africa will define the future of Bitcoin. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. This is so true because I invested in one altcoin that is doing so much more things than others in Africa, and probably they will succeed about that because they're working non-stoply. Bitcoin will see its future defined by Africa. One of its best known proponents has predicted after completing a tour of a continent. Dorsey highlights Africa's Bitcoin potential. Africa will define the future, he commented, revealing the plan to spend up to 6 months on the continent next year. During his stint in Nigeria, Dorsey attended a Bitcoin meetup, continuing his personal advocacy of the cryptocurrency. Governments slow to respond. Okay, this is of course normally, but we need to remind ourselves that in Africa we have pretty much good inflation and people are starving and the money is literally destroyed like in Venezuela, and this is why cryptocurrency could save potentially situation there because of non-inflationable effects that the cryptocurrency have, especially those that are at least have decentralized or Bitcoin totally decentralized, but centralization is not good solution for the Africa continent. And now let's jump into some better news for us. Bitcoin trading Bakkt trend at Bakkt as future hits 42.5 million record high. Oh yeah, this is what we want to hear. Bitcoin institutional trading platform Bakkt has set another giant new record for its future contracts, topping 5,600 bitcoins on the day, as we can see here on their tweet. Daily volume, open interest backed Bitcoin monthly future. We did mention this I think few videos ago, and that was this bar. I think it was around 20 millions. Now we have 50% more than that day. This is amazing. So Bakkt is doing very slowly but steadily, which means institutional investors are becoming very interested in Bitcoin futures and the Bitcoin itself, and this number will probably, very probably, rise in the next days, months, and especially years. And this is why we all need to be patient with the cryptocurrency world in general. This is very good news for the Bitcoin and crypto space in general. And now let's get on the next news. Saudi UAE leaders confirm forthcoming jointly issued digital currency. The reason why I bring this news here, it's not all about Bitcoin, so it's about other tokens also. The governments are trying to issue their own cryptocurrency. I'm not for that too much because it's too centralized, and cryptocurrency are not all about centralization, but it will give some exposure to the cryptocurrency in general, so that's why I don't want to read this news at all. And now let's jump into the next one. And the last one, a little bit bearish one, but it's possible that it could not happen at all. Plus token scam selling could dump BTC price for the next 2 months. As we know, this Plus token that we had, this scam was actually pretty big, and this is the warning for retail investors and other people that potentially, if the dump is happening because they didn't sell all those tokens for the Bitcoin and Bitcoin for the money, so now we need to wait and see if the dump is going to happen. Ergo said in a tweet storm, if my numbers are correct, the 200k BTC estimates reported earlier this year were correct, and market impacts will continue for some time. So they're predicting that the market could potentially go down in the next month or so. This year has yielded significant price action for Bitcoin, both to the upside and to the downside. Bitcoin's price recently fell to around $6,500 as selling pressure continues to plague the market. My current totals are around 187,000 bitcoins. This analysis is not complete yet, but roughly confirms the previous 200 bitcoins estimates. Assuming all of the mixed coins accounted for so far have been sold over a period from early August through today, will give an average of around 1,300 bitcoins sold per day, the analyst said. Going forward, we can use the daily sell estimates and the 58,000 bitcoins unmixed total to estimate the duration of the remaining selling at between 1.5 and 2 months. Buy Bitcoin's bearish pressure might instead be attributed to a lack of new retail money entering Bitcoin over the past 2 years, as stated by Tone Weiss, or simply the ebbs and flows of the ever volatile crypto market. So they're basically saying about skepticism in the crypto market, retail investors, and maybe, who knows, institutional investors, because nobody wants to invest right now until they see some kind of regulations and those scams are cleaned up from the space. But it remains to be seen what could happen. This is just some kind of a guessing game that we are seeing and reading here, but it's good to know and to be prepared if something like that happen, not to be so like pumped and after that bumped. And at the end, I want to thank each one of you for watching our video. At least 10 seconds, that's enough for us, as long as we bring the value to you. And thank you very much for watching one more time. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you like the video and if you would like to watch this content further in the next days, months and years probably. And do follow us on the social media as Instagram and TikTok, because I'm uploading there pretty much daily and you can see all news every single day and maybe some funny content about cryptocurrency space. Until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.